Catherine, why do you think there is such mistrust between government and the people who own it?
Because we're perceived as being self-interested and we're promoting that which is going to line our pockets. It's that simple. And it's always going to be that way. I learned that very early on in the game, Siavash. I think it was 1990 or 1991. I had worked on a political campaign and the candidate that I worked for became the parliamentary secretary for immigration. And he said, "We're never going to listen to you."
But why?
I don't think any political party is running the show. These are run by the government bureaucrats that are lifelong government employees, and we can't get rid of them. So we have to think of things at a policy level.
I want to counter-argue. I want to say I don't think it's the people's problem at the bureaucrat level. They just listen to whoever is on top, and whoever's on top is just confused. You know, one day is Ukraine, one day is Iran.
But I think there's probably more driving it, the difficulties with at the bureaucrat level. There's lots of moving parts going on. There's a skepticism. Yeah, they think that we're self-interested, we're lining our pockets. I think the most benign, if I was forced to sort of come up with a benign characterization of why IRCC would be taking the view they do, or some of them do, they might say, look, we want to make this user-friendly.
Our interest is to make sure that this system is orderly, that this system is just, that this system is functioning efficiently. That's our interest.
But that's not necessarily IRCC's interest. Lawyers are the only group that are holding them accountable in law. We're the ones taking them to court for actual accountability, and that may not be very flavorful for them. And maybe they're looking for ways to silence the more passionate and advocacy focused of us.
It's not just lawyers. I mean, show me one civil society organization, show me some non-governmental association that is being constructively consulted when immigration policy is being made. I don't think it's just they have something against lawyers. They have something against the population being involved in making immigration policy, which is our lifeline.
IRCC does pay attention to what we say. They may disregard it, but they do pay attention. It gets registered. But our goals and our experiences are not necessarily the same. We accept what our role is. We take our passion and our frustration on the chin, and we focus nuggets of information that they can take back to their decision makers, whether they're bureaucratic decision makers or political decision makers, and leave it with them.
I think the dialogue has to go on, should go on, however frustrating it may be at times.